everyone. This is Avendina. We're here to show you how to make the best top dresses and how to take measurements to make the best dresses and tops. First, what you need is we have 26 measurements that you need to sew just anything. So we're going to focus on 5 today, and the 5 will focus around the top of the bodice. So first of all, what we need to take is your center front. When we say your center front, we're talking about from your shoulder, like if you have a top on. This measurement is to teach you how to take measurements by yourself without anyone. So first of all, if you want to take a measurement, you want to wear a top that has something joined here to make it easy for you to identify your shoulder. So if I want to measure my center front, I will start from where the top is joined, go right across my nipple, and try to find my waist. So basically, my center front is from my shoulder across my nipples and down to my waist. So for most people, depending on how busty you are, the average center front is 16 inches. So that helps you, it gives you an idea of if you're doing it right. If you're short, you're not too tall, your center front is usually between 15 and 15 and a half. And then if you're very tall and very busty, you could go up to 19. But when you start having 21, you know you've done something wrong. So for me, this is my center front. You see where my waist, most people say your waist is where your belly button is. No, your waist is where your body curves inside before it goes out again. So if you look at it, I'm using inches by the way. This is 15 inches. So that's my waist. So my center front is 15. And then to get my waist, I keep my hand right there and I go round. And that gives me my waist. So my center front is 15 and my waist is 27 and a half. So you see, if you want a nice fitted top, like you see the Beyonce wearing, you have to make it tight. So it depends on, you see I try to make sure there's no room in there. So that's 27. So you have your paper. We've gotten our center front, which is 15. My waist is 27 and a half. So the next thing I want to know is my bust. Those are the basic measurements. How to make sure you have your bust measured right is you want to put it across. Make sure the taper is across your nipples. You should go across your nipples and you should be able to go up and down. So the first thing is to set it across my nipple. So like I've chosen a measurement, let's say 34. So at 34, I want to go up and down. So if I said, let's say I said my measurement was 32, you can see my breast is all squashed up. But if I say, okay, let's do 35, see there's so much room that my top is going to drop. So, but if I do it at 34, see it's just, there's room, but not too much room. You shouldn't have more than half an inch to 3/4 of an inch room. So you want to put your hand like this to make sure you have the right measurement. So that's my bust. So we'll say my bust is 34. So what is important again is my under bust. My under bust is right, just most times where you have your bra cup, where your bra cup ends. So we would measure our under bust like this, just right under. If you have a wire under your bust, your bra, it helps to show that that's your under bust. So now my under bust is, so you see I just take it and I look at it, it's 29 and a half. So that's my under bust. So I'll put my under bust at 29 and a half. Then you want to know your upper bust. That's just above, like where your cleavage starts from, is your upper bust.
So if I want to measure my upper bust, I put the tape around, and this is my upper bust. Most times you use your upper bust for if you're trying to do a strapless bodice. If you're trying to do a strapless bodice, you have your upper bust. And okay, so see, my upper bust is 34. I'll say more like 33, because you always want your upper bust to be fitted. You see some people when they wear strapless bodies, you see it's falling, doesn't sit properly. So if you have too much room, how you know if you're right or you're wrong? Your upper bust should always be smaller than your actual bust. Your bust is the widest part of your upper body. So you have your upper bust, your under bust, and your bust. So between your upper bust, your bust, and your under bust, you can see even from looking at me, if you look at the side, you can automatically see that your upper bust, your bust should be the widest, and your under bust should be the smallest. So that kind of size was a guide to see if you are doing it right. So my upper bust from what we've seen is 33.5. So back to my center front. So this is my center front 15, like where my waist goes in. So if I wanted to make a peplum top or a full length blouse, I would go from my waist down to how long I want it to be. So I say, okay, I don't like my top past my hips. So I just basically measure, say your hips is usually 7 inches away from your waist. So you can decide, okay, I want the top to just stop at my hips or go slightly above my hips. So to locate your hips, you usually use the 7 inches as a guide. That's your hips. So that's basically our lesson today for the 5 basic things you need to know for measurements. I will go over them again. You have your center front, your upper bust, your under bust, and your waist. Our next class will teach you how to measure your lower body. So I hope I've been able to explain everything you need to know. So watch out for our next video. See ya. Bye.